What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another NBA Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. It is Hump Day. Welcome into a Hump Day video. PropsMadeEasy.com, as always, are the tools I'm utilizing in this video. The absolute best props tools that'll put you in success consistently every single month, man. It's only $20 a month. Incredibly vital to have access to these tools. So yeah, anyway, last night was kind of an ass night overall for sports betting, though. I mean, most of my success came from the Game Center last night. The player prop side of things was eh. I mean, I won some slips. It's not that I lost all my slips, but I won some slips, but it damn sure wasn't the 5K on Monday and the 5K on Sunday and then the 2K on Monday. It definitely wasn't like that. Yeah, it wasn't a huge day for me. It was kind of an ass sports betting day, to be honest with you. But overall, it was still okay because I utilized the Game Center and the Game Center was able to get me something. But yeah, man, that's just how it goes. I mean, like I tell y'all all the time, man, I'm not gonna come on here and act like you're never gonna lose. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's just not possible in this industry. I know I mean, unfortunately, there's still thousands of people who think there's a way for them to never lose. Like if they try the Props Made Easy tools and they lose, they immediately abandon ship and think it's not where they need to be. And that's completely fine. If you're one of those type of people who need to just follow a random capper on X and that makes you feel like you're doing something, then do your thing. You feel what I'm saying? But if you really want to be better and really make money long term, then Props Made Easy is where it's at, baby. So let's keep dominating, man. I'm trying to reach over 10K this week. So far I'm about 7,200. I mean, I probably profited only about a couple hundred last night, so it wasn't much, but looking to get to that 10K range this week. So let's get straight into the best picks for today. Jonas Valanciunas under 1.5 steals and blocks is a 7.4 EV% on Prizepicks, minus 140 consensus odds on the under throughout the industry. Projection on the under as well. We look at Jonas Valanciunas over the season. He's hit this in 77%, averaging 1.02 steals and blocks per game. Miles Bridges under 24.5 points at a 6.07 EV% on Prizepicks, minus 136 consensus odds throughout the industry on the under 24.5. Projections at 18.5, a minus 5.93 projection differential. We look at Miles Bridges over the year. He's hit this under an 82.3%, averaging 19.56 points per game. The reason the projections probably here is I would imagine throughout the simulations, the 10,000 simulations, there's more games than not that Milwaukee blows the doors off of Charlotte. That's what I would think. I would expect that when you do 10,000 simulations, which is what our AI technology does to get our AI projections, I would imagine that a lot of those simulations ended in complete blowouts by Milwaukee and lower minutes for Miles Bridges than usual. So I definitely can see this happening for sure. Paolo Banchero over 4.5 assists at a 5.71 EV% on Prizepicks, minus 134 consensus odds throughout the industry on the over. Projection on the over at 5.4. If we look at Paolo Banchero over the season so far, he's only had 17 games, but he's hit it in 47%, averaging 4.7 assists. This is a great spot here, man. And as I always tell y'all, man, if the history over the season, by the way, don't worry about last 5, last 10 is pointless. Look over the season, look over a bigger sample. If the season hit rate is on the same side of the line as all the sports books, then that's just icing on the cake. That's amazing. If it's on the opposite side, then you lean towards the data on the front of the player card. So all of this data on the front of the player card is going to be number one, right? The consensus odds are incredibly accurate because you're taking every sports book that has Paolo Banchero's assist in the entire industry from sports books I don't even know and never even heard of, okay, are involved into our consensus odds to give us the most accurate representation overall of the entire industry of where Vegas is as a whole. And Vegas puts a lot of effort and money into getting their odds as accurate as they can to what the final results end up being. You're going to have more success doing that, okay? As well, on top of that is our AI technology simulation data that simulates games 10,000 times down to the play level for player projection stats. So the front of the card is going to have a lot of data into it, where the back of the card shows history results, where there could have been so many different factors that were a part of why he hit or didn't hit in these games. Okay, you have to look at the exact situation today, right? And that's what all the sports books are doing. All the sports books take all the data they possibly can into mind for their consensus odds. So the history results is really just pointless. Now, if the history results match the data, then great. If it doesn't, then you want to take what's on the front, okay? That's a big mistake that a lot of people make, man. You got to take the front of the card data because the front of the card data is taking so much data into consideration where the back of the card is literally just taking previous performance, which, as I've said, so many different factors could have been involved in these guys hitting or not hitting. There could have been totally different situations. I preach this all the time because, man, it's such a rookie thing to do, to lean solely on history. It really is, okay? Let's move on. Prizepicks Goblins. De'Aaron Fox over 16.5 points is our top Goblin option right now. 88.89% season hit rate on his over 16.5 points. He's playing his first game with the Spurs, so who really knows how this script's going to go and how he's going to do within this offense against Atlanta. But the matchup against Atlanta is great, and over the season he's hit it 88%. Now, the only time that we lean on season hit rate fully is when it comes to Goblins and it comes to Demons. Why? Because, look, when it comes to Goblins, all data is going to say over, because these Goblins are discounted off the regular lines. I don't know De'Aaron Fox's points line in Vegas right now off the top of my head, but I guarantee it's got to be higher than 16.5. It's probably like 19.5 or 20.5, something like that, okay? So you're already getting a major discount off the line, so you're going to – all of these Goblin overs are going to be the best bet, okay? So to pick the best one out of all of these plays being great, we're going off the season hit rate to differentiate those, okay? Now, same thing with Demon. To find the best Demons, we're going to want to play the Demons that have the best season hit rates. Why? Because it's the opposite as Goblins. There's literally not going to be much data at all that are going to support playing an over on a Demon, because there's a reason why they make these available. First of all, because they know the young crowd who has no knowledge on sports betting is going to be forcing in Demons nonstop, trying to get that big win because they need a big win instead of, you know, I'm not going to get into a rant about it. But anyway, they make these Demons for a reason. Okay, sportsbooks want to get as much money from you as they possibly can, so they give you these opportunities that, hey, you can win all this money. Why don't you come do this? You know what I mean? Hey, you can win all this money. Play this line that is a dumbass line. Play this. Yeah, it may be stupid, but look at all the money you could win. It's literally the lure of money. Like, honestly, if you're broke, you should not be in sports gambling. I mean, let's just be transparent and real about shit. Okay? If you're completely broke, you should not be looking for a way out of your brokenness by betting on sports. Okay? You need to be focused more on your career and what you're doing outside of sports betting. Get that shit together, get your career together, get your money right, and then have fun and come over and add some money in sports betting. Then get props made easy, benefit, make more money, and, you know, make some side vacation money, stuff like that. But you're not sports betting at that point because you need to. The people who have the most success in this are not the people who need it to pay their bills. The people who have the most success with this are the people who already have money to pay their bills, and they're really in the sports betting industry for fun, and they take this extra money to be able to go and do extra things with. You know what I mean? They may fill their fridge with groceries for the month off sports betting, or they may take their family on a trip or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people having the most success. The people who need a win to feed themselves are not going to be the best sports bettors. You know why? Because their bankrolls aren't big enough to have a success. In this game, you got to be able to play consistently, man. That's the reason. Why do you think I have so much success? I play a shit ton of slips every single day, and I play top EV in every single one of them, and I never change that routine. Right? That's why I make a ton of money, because I'm playing a lot of slips, and I'm taking a ton of shots every night. Okay? Just like anything, the more shots you take, the more that are going to hit. The less shots you take and you rely on one slip, it's just not going to work for you long term. Nick Smith Jr., under 6.5 rebounds assists, 7.91 EV percent over on Underdog, minus 137 consensus odds on the under throughout the industry, projection on the under as well. We look at Nick Smith Jr. over the season. He's hit this in 83%, averaging 3.37 rebounds assists. Damian Lillard, under 3.5 three-pointers made at a 6.95 EV percent on Underdog, minus 134 consensus odds on the under, projection on the under as well. We look at Dame over the season. He's hit this in 53.6%. Shai Gilchrist-Alexander over 1.5 three-pointers made at a 6.76 EV percent on Underdog. Minus 134 consensus odds on the over. Projection on the over as well. We look at Shai over the season. He's hit this in 58%, averaging 1.98 three-pointers a game. Let's move on. Better picks. Devin Booker over 5.5 assists at a 5.6 EV over on Better. Minus 137 consensus odds on the over. Projection on the over is 6.52. Again, when it comes to games like this, right, where you've got two teams that should stay competitive. I don't know the Vegas spread here, to be honest with you. I mean, I could check it just while I'm just chilling with y'all making this video. In situations like this where a spread should be close. Oh, whoa. No, Phoenix are 12.5-point underdogs. So somebody must be ruled out that I haven't checked on yet. Yeah, OKC is 12.5, almost 13-point favorites. So that definitely changes my thought process. But what I was going to tell you guys is a lot of times in situations where you got a star like a Devin Booker, right, or a Shai Gilchrist-Alexander, a lot of times their overs look a lot better in situations where the matchup is incredibly close. Now, remember, what I just said about – hold on a second. Let me go back to better. Remember, every factor – and I talk about this because I really want to try to help. Victor Wembanyama's over 4.5 steals and blocks is at the top of the tool right now. Damn, dude is a monster, man. Anyway, where was I? Where were we? Better? Okay. Remember, when I say things, and y'all have heard me say the same thing over and over every video probably, and it's because I understand what it takes for the regular people to have success in this, and the quicker that y'all can have success, the better, man. That's what I'm in this to do, is help y'all have success, right? These consensus odds, right, and the reason why they're so important, okay, is because the amount of data and the amount of money and resources that each sports book, no matter what sports book they are, every sportsbook puts everything they have into the accuracy of their lines so they can take advantage of trying to get it to where the smart side doesn't make people as much money, if you get what I'm saying, right? So they put a lot of effort on making these lines as accurately as they possibly can. So at Props Made Easy, the reason we have so much success is because we take every sportsbook and put them into the consensus odds. What I was just talking about, how a lot of times when you have a situation where a game should stay competitive, you have the more chances for the over, right? In the same token that I'm saying that, understand that these consensus odds also reflect that. So even though this OKC Phoenix game, Phoenix are 12.5-point underdogs, the consensus odds are still almost minus 140 on the over 5.5 assists for Devin Booker. And these odds right here know that this is a 12.5-point spread. Okay? That's what I want y'all to understand, is that every factor you can think of, trust me, Jimmy, watching this video right now, on the other side of this screen, listening to me right now, Jimmy, there's not a single factor that you look at and that you think about that our consensus odds and that other sports books are not already taking into consideration. Okay? Props Made Easy is not doing anything special. We're just taking advantage of all the data that the sportsbooks already do. And then we're providing it to the regular people so y'all can absolutely dominate them and take advantage of the amount of resources they have. Okay? Anyway, let's move on. But Wembanyama's over 4.5 steals and blocks over here as well is a great pick. DraftKings pick 6, Bam Adebayo over 0.5 three-pointers made is minus 150 consensus odds over here. And then Max Struss over 2.5 assists is minus 149 consensus odds over here. The reason they're yellow and the reason you rarely see greens on pick 6 is because their payout structure is kind of ass. But if you just want to put a two-man together, you can always get a good, solid hit rate play over on DraftKings pick 6. I'll say that. Over on Dabble, one of my favorite sites to bet on right now, Victor Wembanyama's over 4.5 steals and blocks. How often has he been hitting this over the season? Dude is a monster. He's hit this in 46%, averaging 5 steals plus blocks per game. Dude is a force. Where under 9.5 rebounds at a 5.43 EV percent. Minus 136 consensus odds on the under. Projection on the under as well. Let's move on. Let's check out FanDuel. And let's look at favored EV. And again, let me reiterate to anybody who may be new. Every time I do a video, I try to talk in a way as if everyone may be new and doesn't know anything, right? That's why sometimes you'll hear me go on a ramble. It's because I have new people watch me every single day. Every single day in the comments I have, oh, first time watcher, thanks for the video, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? People like that is why I will ramble for a little bit sometimes, is because I'm also trying to make sure I'm educating the people who may be new. Scotty, the favorite EV filter on Props Made Easy for sites like FanDuel, DraftKings, Flip, where you don't have a fixed payout structure. Prizepicks, Underdog, BETR, Dabble all have a fixed payout structure. Now, depending on how many legs your slip is over there, your EV will be different. But nonetheless, it's a fixed payout structure. Whether you go an over on a player or an under on a player, you're getting the same odds on Prizepicks, Underdog, FanDuel, all that. Not FanDuel. Prizepicks, Underdog, BETR, Dabble, those sites, the fantasy sites. When it comes to sites like FanDuel and DraftKings, where you got the minus 130, minus 125, minus 132, you got actual odds on these players. Using the favored EV will only show you plays that are 5% or high, will like have a good EV, okay, and also are already favored on that book. So FanDuel themselves already think that Scotty Barnes is going to go over his 5.5 assists, which is why these odds are at minus 130. Okay, but you can still get it at solid EV at a 5.48 EV, because other places, when you look at the consensus odds throughout the entire industry, their over 5.5 assists for Scotty Barnes is almost at minus 150. Okay, as well as AI technology projection being almost a full point higher than the line. Scotty Barnes over 5.5 assists is a great option. And these favored EV, the reason we added this is because we understand that a lot of people who utilize Props Made Easy and are in sports betting in general don't have a ton of a bankroll to take a ton of risk, right? Like personally, I play a lot of slips and my bankroll can take more hits and I can play more risk, right? So I'll play a play at plus 100. I don't care. But for the people who take advice from me who may not have a bigger bankroll, I want y'all to be as safe as you can and be able to live to fight another day, right? Because it is sports betting, so you need to play as safe as you possibly can. Top performing EV is going to show you plays here that have a 70% or higher hit rate on the same side of the line as consensus odds and projection are. Okay, right now we don't have any of that. All right, let's look at DraftKings and let's look at favorite EV over here. Got some really good options over on DraftKings. Mike Conley over 2.5 rebounds is already favored on DraftKings at minus 130 and 8.6 EV percent on the over. This 8.6 EV comes from the comparison where all the other sportsbooks are compared to where that line is you're getting it at. So obviously, if you know anything about odds and stuff like that, if you're new, you may not. But minus 130 odds are going to be a better payout than minus 158 odds are. And the bigger the difference is between where all of the other sportsbooks are compared to where you're getting it, shows you the EV. And over long term, if you're playing these bigger EV spots, you're going to make more profit long term. It's like flipping a coin, right? You're flipping a quarter, right? You go over and over and over and over and over. Eventually, one side's going to win out more than the other. Okay, but you do it a ton of times. You got to flip that coin a ton of times. So you got to play these plays a lot of times. That's why I tell people, like, look, if you use Props Made Easy, give it the month. Sure, a lot of people will try Props Made Easy day one and dominate. Some people will try Props Made Easy and not win. Some people may try Props Made Easy and not win for a few days. Some people may try Props Made Easy and win an entire week straight. That's how this shit is. You know what I mean? It's really a marathon. It's not a sprint. All right, Mike Conley over 2.5 rebounds, Paolo Banchero over 6.5 rebounds are two of the best options for DraftKings. Thank y'all as always for joining me, man. Put your favorite two-man as always down in the comment section to win a free, hold on a second, to win a free month access at Props Made Easy and utilize these great tools. They're only $20 a month. So if you want to try to get your chance at getting them for free for your first month, you can put your favorite two-man down in the comment section. I will choose a random person, and if that two-man hit, you will be the winner, okay? Oh, and the winner of yesterday, sorry I'm putting this at the end of the video. Down in the comments, I'll put this name. Hold on, let me pull up this video. The winner of yesterday is Rambo the God, 2509. He won with Derek White over 17.5 points assists and Brunson over 33.5 points assists. All right, Rambo, hit me up on Twitter. Make sure you have an account at Props Made Easy already. You don't have to have a paying account, but just have an email registered with us so I can so you can send me your email on Twitter and I can give that email access for the month. All right. As always, man, thank y'all for joining me. Let's have an amazing Wednesday, and I'm out. Peace.